Hey Pisces, it's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Gem, aka Gem the Butterfly, and I'm here with your September 2016 monthly general Tarotscope. This will be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is a general reading. I have already taken the time to pre-shuffle the deck. I'm using 3 decks at this point in time. I'm still using the Celtic Cross spread for the center of your reading, which is going to be the general energy for the month. I'm using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. If we need to clarify anything, we'll be using these bad boys right here, which are the playing cards. And for the rest of the cards in the deck, I am using the Miss Cleo Tarot Power Deck. I didn't even know this deck existed, but my good friend Keisha brought me this deck, and I'm in love with this deck, so I like it. I hope you guys like it too. Like I said, I've taken the time to shuffle, and I've already got your cards, so let's just get into it. For the very center of your reading, you have Instinct. This is the crown chakra card. I feel like you are going to be, as far as the general energy, you're going to be allowing yourself to be moved by your intuition. Just like animals, they have like this innate ability to just know. Like they when there's some type of inclination in the weather, they know, and they move accordingly, and that's going to be you, right? You're not going to be fighting against your intuition, because I feel like for a lot of you, you've been fighting against your intuition, and it's brought you to a place where less desirable outcomes. Okay, so you've learned your lesson, and I'm kind of skipping because I see here the Justice card in the past. You've learned your lesson. So you're ready to move forward and trust yourself more. So this is about confidence. The challenge is, though, with the Strength card here, and you have some major energy. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. This is about change at this point in time. And this is what I feel. You're looking for change. The thing about it is, I feel like you're trying not to resort back to old ways, because what's happening underneath the surface or the foundation, you have the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Eight of Cups in reverse. So it's like you're trying not to revert back to those old ways of handling things. I feel like you're definitely trying to learn how to communicate more effectively, more thoroughly, more openly with some people, maybe even communicate more openly with yourself. There's a need to be more vulnerable and know exactly what you're saying and why you're saying it, okay, and who you're saying it to. And I feel like there needs to be, maybe for some of you, you've been learning how to adjust what you say to certain people, okay. I'm hearing the words tone and resonance. So maybe, you have a harsher tone to certain people, with certain people, or maybe not, maybe too soft of a tone, or whatever. But I feel like you're learning how to adjust that, and you're learning how your voice projects out to people, and how it's received towards other people. Because I feel like sometimes people may come to you and say, well, you said that kind of harsh, or you were really mean, or you were too, whatever, and it really had you thinking. And so you're trying to go back and make that a little bit better, so you could be understood, to alleviate problems. All right. What's going on in the center, not the center, the very top of your reading, which is going on in your conscious mind, is the Six of Swords in reverse. Can you see it? When I see the Six of Swords in reverse, to me, between what's going on, and this is where the Strength card as a challenge comes in, okay? Because in your conscious mind, you have a like you're traveling back mentally to a previous situation. In your subconscious mind, or the foundation, you have your emotional self traveling back to a previous situation. Now, what had happened? Y'all know that what had happened. What happened in the past was justice. So, like I said, you learned your lesson about something. But I feel like this is also a time where something. I feel like this could have been a court case. Something. I feel like for some of you, it's fair. You may not have deemed it as being fair, but you're going back to something. I don't know if this is. Let me get a card for that. Three of Wands. I feel like these were happier times for you in some type of sense. But it was like you had to learn a lesson in the past, and something about it made you look forward towards the future. But now that the future is here, you know, and the future requires change, it's I feel like for some of you, you're looking, maybe you're looking back to the person that you used to be before all of this karmic stuff took place. Jack of diamonds. I see it as, it's like, okay, so you know that you're being awarded a second chance per se. I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. But it's time for you to get control over certain things. And I do see with you in the self position, and I skip the near future, but I'm gonna go with the self. You are determined to move forward because you have the Chariot card here. But it just feels like something. Your whole body is not okay. So physically, you're moving forward. Emotionally and mentally, you're kind of stuck. That's what I hear. Okay. Um, But I feel like you're going to be finding that balance because what's coming in the near future, you have the Temperance card. So I feel like you're going to be making peace with what happened in the past. It's like there's a need. I keep feeling like there's a need for you to go back and like think about, or like your heart and your heart and your mind are married, but it's married on the wrong thing. Like it's married and is joined on what could have been. And I feel like the cards are telling you need to look forward to what is going to be, not what could have been. You know, what could have been is done. You're in the present now. You can't go back and change it. You have to make peace with it. And that's what the Temperance card is saying. You have to make peace with this thing and get your subconscious and your conscious mind back on track. This is a major, like I said, guys, you got some major energy going on here. It's a lot of contemplation, a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of ambiguity within this reading too. It's like as much as you want to move forward is as much as you are tied back to your past. But the cards are telling you have to keep looking forward. In your environment, you have the Hermit card in reverse. So I feel like there's an inability. This is what's going on: family, friends, business. I feel like people feel like you're kind of out there right now. I feel like the struggle that you're going through is more internal. I don't feel like this is something that you're really displaying on the outside. I feel like some people, they are feeling like you emerge. Yeah, you emerge Ace of what is that? Ace of Wands. You have emerged and you are at the new beginning. I feel like it's just that your mind and your mind and your heart need to catch up in a sense. It's like you're trying to go back. You're trying not to, oh, okay. You try not to revert back to old ways. That's what it is. You're trying not to do that. And I don't feel like you're going to do that. So if you've been having some anxiety about that, I feel like you can lay those anxieties to rest because the energy that's coming in with this instinct is like what I feel like you're going to be on autopilot. That's what this Chariot is telling me too, is that you're going to be on autopilot at this point in time. You're just going to be moving. You're not going to have, and honestly, I feel like the energy of the month is it's going to fly by so quickly. You're not going to have enough time to ponder on things anymore. So that's going to be good, and that's how it's going to help you bring balance back into your life and reconciliation with the past, because you're really not going to have the time to focus on it, which is good. You do want to be careful about what you're thinking about in your mind, because in the hopes or your wishes or your expectations, I have the King of Coins in reverse. And I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there is, again, this is that practicality. This is that emotion, no side of yourself. Like, I feel like that's that feeling, expecting things are not going to work out in your favor, expecting that this is not going to be a long-term change. Like, even though your mind is set out to doing so, somewhere deep in the recesses of your mind, you're thinking, this is not going to work out. You know, I'm going to try it for how long? I'm going to do it, but we'll see how long that lasts. You're already putting it out into the universe that you don't want it to last. And so guess what? It's not going to last. So I feel, be careful of what you're thinking during this time, because you really can manifest whatever you're thinking very quickly, quicker than you are willing to admit. All right. And this is also about feeling as if you're You don't have the means to stand on your own, either financial or emotional. You have to know that all you need is a mustard seed. Hmm. That's what you need. You have to know that with just a mustard seed of faith, I know you guys have heard of that before, that you will be able to accomplish whatever needs to be done. But you have to have just a small inkling piece, and build off of that. If you don't have that, you're not going to have anything, because I do feel like you're building. I feel like by the end of the month you're going to be much more stable. You have the 10 of coins in the upright, so this is stability. This is being able to provide for yourself. This is able to, I feel like this is being able to nurture yourself and nurture your family. Some of this may be tied to some type of financial, legal settlement that you've had in the past, and you're really trying to work your way back from that situation. Or maybe it didn't rule out in your favor, and it caused some money loss, and so you're really trying to get your money up, because I can see it in that way too. And you've been worrying about, how am I going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of myself. For those who are just single, you don't have anybody else to worry about. But I do feel like things are going to be working in your favor, especially when it comes to finances. So if you've been looking for a job, I feel like the energy is here for you to do so. um Especially with this chariot, like, if for those who are, if you've been looking for something else, or you're looking for something new, you're going to be on the grind. This what is that, a little fly? You're going to be on the grind this month, getting everything you need done, or trying to get it done, because you can't be like this any longer. So, keep yourself encouraged, guys, and keep the faith, because I feel like it's your determinations that's going to push you through and bring you to the more balanced state that you need to be at. All right. I love you guys. Have a great September. Bye.